The Nissan Frontier is the best truck you can buy in the midsize truck market. It's really hard to argue with that. I know some people try to argue and say the Toyota Tacoma is still the best, but come on guys, that's a 4-cylinder turbo. Nissan is the only one. The Colorado's a turbo. Everything now has a turbo except the Nissan Frontier. The Nissan Frontier is still built in America. I gotta give it props. It is the best truck in the midsize market, and it's hard to argue that. If you want a truck that's going to last a long time, be reliable, low maintenance cost, and not be too expensive from the beginning, we're going to kind of go in depth on this truck. We're going to actually get on the inside and check it out, but it's a great deal, and two, it's a great truck. Drive one, check it out. Way better than the new Tacoma, in my personal opinion, and I think most of us are all on the same page. This is a Pro4X 2024. It's personally my favorite model because, you know, it's kind of that off-roady. I like it. I really do like it. Let's look at the inside real quick. So, it's a nice look, and it's been the same look for a minute, but it's still simple. It's nice. There's buttons where you need buttons. You don't have to go in the screen and find everything. That's one big thing I do like about this Frontier too. But now we're looking at the window sticker. So 2024 Nissan Frontier Pro4X Crew Cab V6. $47,120. Now, for the same price, you can go across the street to a Toyota dealership and you're going to get basically a base model. A base model. And this is not a base model. This is far from a base model. Pro4X is my favorite trim by far. But, you know, if you need to save money and you go with an S or an SV, you're still going to be in the low 30s, mid 30s. You cannot beat that. Like, there's no way around Toyota Tacoma's prices. Like, they're just too much for what it is. And check out these back doors. This is from Untamed Motors. Bring back big back doors. So true. Look, you can actually fit an adult back here. Now, to be fair, I mean, yeah, it's tight, but still, there is no problem. Look at a Toyota Tacoma. It's tiny. It really is. Solid door close, too. I'll give that to Nissan. But, yeah, it really comes down to that V6. And come on, guys. Like, I think we're all on the same page when it comes to turbos. We kind of all know turbos in the long run generally don't last as long as, let's say, a naturally aspirated engine. Something that doesn't have a turbo. It's that extra thing to go wrong, and it's also extra pressure on the motor. It's your engine's working harder, so what's going to happen in the long run? Some manufacturers now are saying a little bit of oil burning is okay, and that's just not okay. That's just really not okay. And so this one's a standard bed. I like the longer bed personally. I'm not sure if you can actually get that in the Pro4X. I got to look into that. But being a Pro4X, you get that approach angle up front. I mean, look at that. You can actually take some stuff. You can really take an angle on that, and it can make it through some stuff. It really can. So let's check out this driver's side real quick. Yeah, I just think by far the best truck in the midsize truck market is a Nissan Frontier. And I actually spoke with an older gentleman this morning, and he's a huge Nissan fan in the truck-wise. And we were just talking about the whole issue going on with other brands switching to turbo. And he literally said, that's the only reason I'm here looking at a Frontier is because it's naturally aspirated. There's no turbos, and it's what he likes. It's familiar. It's simple. There's buttons where you need it. You don't have to go in the screen. Everything's here, not in the screen. Really convenient. And it still has all the safety features you'd ever want. Pre-collision warning, adaptive cruise control. So it's everything you'd really want. It has parking sensors. This thing is nice. It's loaded. And it's literally under $50,000. Right now in 2024 in the midsize market, that's just unheard of. It really is. And it's unfortunate, but this is the way things are going. And to be at this price, getting this much truck without a turbo, actually a V6, you really can't beat it. And I know a lot of people are saying Car and Driver said this and that, or this YouTuber said this, and they do have huge channels and platforms, and some people know about this, but a lot of these people are getting paid to say certain things. You know, you have some YouTubers that literally, almost everybody that actually took a Tacoma and drove it, they all had transmission issues, either an overheating transmission or a complete failure of the new transmission in the Tacoma. So, and it's kind of funny because a lot of them brush past it, or a lot of them blame it on themselves. And it's really interesting. It's really interesting. But whenever you have a company paying you big money, it can sway a lot of things. And I'm not saying they are. I'm just assuming there's some more stuff going on. Let's just put it that way. Remote start too. There we go. It's just nice. I mean, and I've never been a huge Nissan guy. So to sit here and just preach Nissan, this is not something that I normally done. It's really recent. I really did research and I learned, wow, Nissan's still sticking to its roots, naturally aspirated V6. And you got all the other brands saying, no, we got to do this. The EPA said this and that. And Nissan, not listening. They're doing their own thing. So this is it right here. That naturally aspirated V6. Literally, if this had a 4-cylinder turbo, I probably wouldn't be sitting here right now saying what I'm saying. But you got to give it props. Nissan's still sticking with it. And this is what a lot of people want. I mean, this is literally Toyota's biggest mistake they've ever made in the Toyota Tacoma. I know they had a rust issue in that. That was a big issue as well. But hey, they're on an island, you know, in Japan, and they don't really have snow. So maybe they forgot. But anyways, yeah, it's just, hey, why did Toyota move away from the V6? I have no idea, and I cannot justify it in my brain. And I think most of you can't either. But now you have Nissan Frontier, and it's something that I think a lot of us, we looked past it. I think a lot of people did. And now with what happened with Toyota, I think a lot of us are starting to rethink that and say, hey, we got to check out this Frontier. And even my dad has a Frontier, and he's a mechanic. That's the thing. A lot of people say, oh, this guy's stupid, this and that, but my dad's a mechanic. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to this stuff. And he's never really been a huge Toyota guy. I mean, he's just like, every manufacturer has issues, you know, that's honest. And he really likes older stuff to begin with. But it's just hard to argue. If you're in the market for a new truck and you got to buy new, or you really want new, this Frontier it's the last one standing that's going to be reliable and something that you can keep for a long time. And I don't know what Nissan's plans are. You know, there might be plans to go turbo, because honestly, they probably will be forced. Eventually, there probably is no way around it. I think at the end of the day, there's really no way around going turbo. So eventually the Frontier probably will be. I hope not, but we just have to see what mandates they rule and everything like that. So that'll come within the next few years. But get behind a wheel and drive one, because it feels different. You know, whenever you drive a Frontier, I mean, I was working with the guy earlier, and he literally said, the first thing he said was, wow, the steering, it's different. And it really is. It's heavier, but you feel the road more at the same time, and it feels like a truck. You don't feel like you're not in a full-size truck, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you're in a full-size truck. Especially in this Pro4X, you're off the ground a little bit more, and I mean, you feel like you're in a 1500, but you're not. I think we're just all kind of rethinking this, you know, Toyota. You know, a lot of us are saying, hey, we got to go Nissan now. So I would love to hear your opinion. Do you think the Nissan Frontier is the best midsize truck on the market? Because personally, I do. And that's truly what I think. Not just because I am a Nissan salesman now. But you guys got to understand, I was making these videos before I was a Nissan salesman, calling the Toyota, this truck actually, the Toyota Tacoma killer. So I've been saying this for months, and it is all recent, because you got to realize, before Toyota changed to the V6, they were the leader. This is all really new to all of us. So we're all on the same page, almost all of us. I had thousands and thousands of comments agreeing with me saying, yeah, sorry, Toyota, we're going over the Frontier. So leave a comment. Let me know your opinion. I'm going to go ahead and leave my email. So if anybody's interested, if you're in the Oklahoma area or anywhere, we can ship cars. We can get it all taken care of. So definitely would recommend hitting me up, because we're going to get you a great deal on a great vehicle. You have a great day.